Long ago, in a time when the world was young and the gods walked among mortals, there was a god named Hephaestus, the god of fire. Hephaestus was a skilled blacksmith and metalworker, and he was known throughout the land for his creations. However, Hephaestus was not always so respected. He was born with a deformity and was cast out of Mount Olympus by his mother Hera, who was ashamed of him. Hephaestus fell to earth and landed in the ocean, where he was rescued by sea nymphs and raised in an underwater cave. Despite his rough start in life, Hephaestus grew to become a master craftsman. He learned to forge weapons and armor that were unequaled in their beauty and strength, and he made gifts for the other gods that won their favor. One day, Hephaestus decided to seek revenge on his mother Hera for casting him out. He created a magnificent throne made of gold and jewels and sent it to her as a gift. However, the throne was cursed, and when Hera sat on it, she was trapped. The other gods tried to free Hera from the throne, but none of them could break the curse. Eventually, they turned to Hephaestus for help, and he agreed to free Hera on one condition: that he be welcomed back into the halls of Mount Olympus as a full-fledged god. The gods agreed, and Hephaestus freed Hera from the cursed throne. From that day on, he was a respected member of the pantheon, and his skill as a blacksmith was celebrated by all. He continued to create magnificent works of art, including the armor of Achilles and the shield of Perseus. And so, the god of fire, Hephaestus, overcame his difficult beginnings and became one of the most revered and powerful gods in all of mythology. There are many other stories about the god of fire in different cultures and mythologies around the world. In Norse mythology, the god of fire was Loki. He was a mischievous trickster god who had the power to create fire and was often associated with chaos and destruction. Loki's fiery nature sometimes got him into trouble with the other gods, and he was often blamed for starting fires and causing mayhem. In Hindu mythology, the god of fire was Agni. He was one of the most important gods in the Hindu pantheon, and he was believed to be the messenger between the gods and the people. Agni was associated with purification and sacrifice, and he was often invoked in religious ceremonies to purify offerings and ensure their acceptance by the gods. In Chinese mythology, the god of fire was Zhurong. He was a god of volcanoes and fire, and he was associated with the creation of the world. According to legend, Zhurong rode a dragon and carried a spear that could summon fire. He was worshipped as a protector of crops and the people, and he was often depicted as a fierce warrior. Throughout history, fire has been an important and powerful force in human culture and mythology, and the god of fire has been revered and respected in many different ways.